Fam over.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised, man. Salute to everybody out there. First of the month, new month. Hope everybody had a great day yesterday. I don't know if you was celebrating or took the kids out for trick-or-treating or what, but I hope everybody's in good spirits, man. Feeling real good, man. Good energy around. I gave out some candy yesterday. I ain't go front. Even though I don't be celebrating it and everything, I still wanted to be nice to the kids, man. We got some good content to check out today. Still a lot of crazy stuff going on. Brittany was good. Shoes. Big viral. We're going to wait for a few people to fall in, then we'll get started. Buddha, what up? Solo was good. Y'all see the two judges ruled that they saying that even though it's a shutdown, they need to come up with that money and make sure everybody get their SNAP benefits. I don't know how. I guess it's supposed to be taking place they're supposed to figure it out by Monday. Even though the first is today. So I'm sure some people still missing their benefits right now. So it's kind of crazy. But hopefully they get it all squared away soon. Don't be too crazy. Midwest was good. ATX. Elaine, salute to Elaine. Appreciate you. Wait for a few more people to fall in and we'll get started. How everybody feeling on this good Saturday? First of the month. The first. On a Saturday, bills is due. The bills is due the first of the month. In this crazy system. I haven't got no word from Supreme. Hopefully he's all good. I'm sure he probably tap in and let us know what's up. They said we got a lot of rain from that hurricane that hit over in Jamaica. All in New York. It's been flooding in New York like crazy, in Brooklyn these past few days. It's crazy out there, man. Crazy. Right, Solo. But we got a few people in here, man. Let's go ahead and get it started, man. I'm sure people get to falling in once we start and get it going. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go.
Just into our politics lead, moments ago, President Trump responded to the rulings today from two different federal judges who said that the White House and the Agriculture Department must use the billions of dollars in contingency funds to at least partially cover food stamp benefits in November. CNN's Jeff Zeleny is at the White House. Jeff, what did the president have to say?
Well, Jake, it was that back-to-back ruling from the federal judges that got the White House's attention. Certainly the president just a few moments ago writing on Truth Social from his Mar-a-Lago resort that the White House is now willing to pay. Let's take a look at part of his message here. It says, our government lawyers do not think that we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available. And now two courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can and cannot do. The president writes, I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, he says, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. Of course, SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as food stamps. It helps 42 million Americans, about 1 in 8 Americans. So this, of course, is the deadline that is looming tomorrow. So the White House is now saying they will pay. The question is, Jake, how long will that take to actually get enacted? Because it will take a while for the USDA to send the money to the states. And it's not enough to fund the entire month, but only partial funding. But for the first time, the president is saying he will pay the SNAP funds, much like he did military funding earlier this week. But what it does not do is move the shutdown any closer to being a reach. The president, of course, is not here. The House has been out of Washington for more than a month. The Senate also is not in Washington. So the shutdown is entering a second month here. But at least.
So basically, they just putting a Band-Aid on the cut because it's still bullshit. They saying we go get some funding, but it's gonna be partial payments. So it ain't gonna be the whole thing. It's gonna be something. So basically, they ain't, I mean, I guess something's better than nothing. But still, they need to get all this shit figured out, man. People tired of all this crazy stuff for sure. Devoid, Richie Banks was good.
At least the SNAP benefits, it looks like, will be paid at least in part.
Imagine not having to show up to work for a month and still get paid. Man, nice work if you can get it.
It is now November, and here's an update on what's going on with SNAP benefits. If you're new here, my name is Crystal. I am a social worker and a caseworker. I have been working in the social service field for over 10 years. I also worked at the SNAP EBT welfare office for over 6 years. I have processed hundreds of SNAP cases, and here's an update on what's going on with SNAP for the month of November. So on October 31st, a federal judge issued an emergency order telling the USDA that they must resume SNAP benefits, which was set to expire on November 1st. She ordered them to provide details to the court no later than Monday, November 3rd, on how they plan to fund this program and keep it going during the shutdown. So whether they plan on issuing people's deposits in full or just giving them a partial amount, they are required to tell the judge what they're going to do by Monday, November 3rd. So the USDA has an emergency fund that has about $6 billion in it that she is telling them to use to fund the SNAP program for the month of November. This fund is set aside specifically for emergencies, and for whatever reason, the government doesn't feel that 42 million people not getting their SNAP benefits is an emergency. The judge that made this ruling is essentially saying this is the emergency that this fund was allocated for. So within the next few days, the federal government has to show this judge that they are attempting to fund the SNAP program with this emergency fund. So it sounds like the program is going to be funded soon, but they don't have a date because this is still very much an ongoing process. So of course, I'll keep you guys up to date on the changes that's happening with the SNAP program. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I hope this helped.
Man, they playing with people's emotions, man. They bullshitting for sure. Devoid was good. Vesta Angels, Baby Cakes. Salute to everybody, man. They playing with people's emotions, man. Partial payments. They stretching them. They talking about, and it's only for the month of November. So I guess if the shutdown lasts longer than November, what, they gonna have to hurry up, come with some more emergency funds for December. But let's worry about November right now. I don't even want to think that far ahead. Hopefully they get everything together by then.
They didn't say they didn't have the money. They just waited till they were forced to use it. Think about that for a second. The judges had to step in so millions of people in America could eat. And the money was sitting there the whole time. I don't feel like that was a mistake, y'all. I feel like that was a message. And it just shows you that when the people in power chooses to, they can pause whatever they want. One decision from a room you'll never walk into can decide everything you depend on. They call it policy, but it feels like they just remind us who runs the show.
If I was Usha Vance, I would probably be making preparations right now. Because what the fuck was this? JD, this woman's husband was just assassinated. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if he was for sure her husband. But anyways, one of the biggest advocates for the right-wing party. And your husband was assassinated not even a month ago on live television in one of the worst fucking ways possible. And you got your hand on the back of that man's... What the fuck? This is crazy, dude. What the fuck is 2025? Because I feel like I'm living in a motherfucking fever dream right now. And JD, you got your hands all up on that woman's waist like that. That is crazy work. I'm sorry, if I was Usha, I'd have to be up on that stage because you got me fucked up.
Hey, he talking about JD Vance, the vice president, and then my man who just allegedly lost his life, Charlie Kirk wife or ex-wife, because I heard they got like a divorce a couple days. I think a divorce. I don't know. Before everything happened, when that happened to him on live on TV when he was doing that speaking engagement in Utah. But she's very friendly with JD Vance. I don't know. JD Vance might be knocking her down, y'all, on the low key side. I don't know.
Puggy ass motherfucker hugging up on this woman like that. That's crazy. And then Trump's announcement about not being able to run a third term? Man, come on. 2028, you know exactly who it's going to be running for president. And you know exactly who's going to be by his side. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not who you think it is. Unfortunately, that woman obviously doesn't fit the narrative. But the craziest part is the fact that even South Park sees it.
Just this morning, Candace Owen released irrefutable evidence and documentation that Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk filed for a disillusionment of marriage 2 days before his assassination. There are actual text messages back and forth between Erica and Charlie discussing a separation of assets and how they are going to come out publicly and when the right timing is. In a dream.
That's crazy. Cause old girl, what's her name? Erica Kirk. She ain't been acting like a grieving, like, you know what I'm saying, widow, or, a wife that then lost her husband and everything. She been walking around damn near jolly, and her outfit's been kind of, you know what I'm saying, like that outfit she just had on the other day when she was just hugging JD Vance. She had on like some tight ass leather pants and like a little crop top type shirt and everything. I'm like, man, I bet you supposed to have like a little business suit on or something. But I don't know, man. She been walking around acting strange for sure. Right, Richie Banks. Richie Banks said she a paid actress. That might be what's going on, because it might be all part of the hoax. I don't even know dog Charlie Kirk. I don't even know if he gone. He might be on an island somewhere laughing at everybody like, man, yeah, we pulled off the biggest hoax since 9/11.
In a daydream. I actually just closed my eyes and imagined it. But apparently people coming to you in dreams and saying things is a foothold for like solid journalism in Candace Owens' world. Today she reported that Charlie Kirk came to her in a dream and said that he was betrayed. And apparently that is evidence enough for her to continue moving forward in her tirade of justice. So, close your eyes, have a daydream, and you just created journalistic evidence.
There's no death certificate. There's no ballistics report. There was no crime scene investigation. There were no paramedics. There were no police swarming it right after. There was a plane that left 30 minutes right after, that was 20 minutes away from the venue. There was a funeral held 11 days after in a stadium that was or wasn't booked 4 months before, that was booked in 11 days and put together with pyrotechnics and WWE style showmanship. You have
Hey, he ain't lying. Don't y'all think like the speed of how everything happened after he got supposedly allegedly assassinated, like, y'all see how fast everything went? Like, as soon as he got assassinated, like he said, it wasn't no investigation or nothing. Like, it seemed like the same night he was on a plane, like, yeah, that's Charlie Kirk body's on his way to Arizona right now. I'm like, damn, they ain't even did like no investigating or nothing. They sent him right over to Arizona. Then it's like 2 days later, it was a big ass funeral where everybody was there. The stadium packed, everything. I'm like, man, how is all this happening so fast? Like, yeah, I see what that was kind of weird for real. Boss lady, Angela the Dow, the boss lady in the building. Bang Boogie was good, fam.
A shooter that left the screwdriver
Baby
on the
K.
roof, changed 3 times or 2 times, and left the rifle, assembled the rifle, disassembled the rifle in 6 seconds. Then they found the rifle on Palantir property. Somehow he reassembled the rifle without the screwdriver that he left on the thing. You know, I mean, just all of it. None of it makes sense.
So
and
this
it's
is
the
JFK
same
all over again.
It's the exact same pattern down to the magic bullet that supposedly a 30-06 or whatever the heck it was or whatever that was stopped by Superman's bones. The exact same, the Patsy, I mean, all of it is JFK.
Do you think the guy that they're saying that shot him, which doesn't seem to be believable.
You mean the guy that went to college for a month at a CIA school whose parents were in the government did something that what? No, I don't.
So is he going to go down?
I believe it as much as I believe that a bullet whizzed past the president's ear.
Yeah, I know. Do you think that he's going to go down for the crime?
I think he will not make it to trial.
Shutting down the government just because you don't like a law that was passed, I have to say no Congress before this one has ever in history been irresponsible enough to threaten an economic shutdown, to suggest America not pay its bills, just to try to blackmail a president into giving them some concessions. I will not negotiate on anything when it comes to the full faith and credit of the United States of America. We're not going to submit to this kind of total irresponsibility. Congress needs to pay our bills on time. Congress needs to pass a budget on time. Congress needs to put an end to governing from...
Can we talk about real issues?
How ironic is that with him saying all that, though? That's crazy. For real. It's crazy because now I don't even look at Obama the same, y'all. When I see Obama now, I just look at him totally different from what I used to look at him back in the day. Obama was supposed to came, he was supposed to be like the savior. Like what? He was the savior for a second. At first, it don't even feel like we had a black president before. Even though he's supposed to be like, if you think about it, like, I don't know though, but I don't even want to get into the politics. Let's keep it going, man. Mike, right? He said the clocks go back tonight. I thought that was tomorrow. Oh, well, I guess it is tonight at midnight, huh? Oh, okay.
Let me tell you about the coming blackout. Right now, in the last few days, there is a group of lawmakers in the Mid-Atlantic in Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Virginia. They're all sounding the alarm. And they're sounding the alarm because they believe, and I do too, that the worst power bill crisis in a generation is happening right now. Skyrocketing bills and strained grids. How is it this is happening? We've drilled, baby, drilled. We've put new power plants online, or old power plants we've brought back online. Well, they're saying that part of the problem is all this new green energy crap. And everybody is still saying, we got to have green energy, got to have green energy. I just want you to hear me out here for a second, because I'm going to give you the reality of what's going on. Green energy is wonderful, I guess, but it is absolutely a thing that will set us back 100 years plus, okay? Green energy does not work for the America of 2000. It certainly doesn't work today. Every single month, a new server farm is breaking ground somewhere in America. Once a month. That means 12 new server farms this year. That is going to snowball. By the end of 2026, you will be seeing them built and breaking ground, maybe one a week. What we have so far, now, not building things small here. Each one of these data centers which is feeding artificial intelligence, crypto, cloud computing. They consume as much power as 50 homes all the time. Told you at the beginning of the hour, Bill Gates has just come out and said, you know what? Global warming is not as bad as we thought it was. It's so laughable because it is so transparent. He's so evil. It's not as bad as everybody thought it was. We got to get off this global warming bandwagon. We got to do some things, but we need power plants. I'll tell you that right now. Why? You know who Bill Gates' partner is? OpenAI. ChatGPT. Okay? That's his partner. So we know why he's off this bandwagon, because they're struggling right now to find enough electricity for what they're currently running, let alone the next generation of systems. You have Google, Meta, Amazon that are buying up land in next to every major substation that they can find because they know what's coming. But wait a minute, they're building it near substations. Wait, hold on. Are you taking the power from my home? In many cases, yes. Listen to this. This is from the International Energy Agency. This is something.
So basically, I guess all this new technology, all this new AI, right, is going to have, cause a possibility of shutting down the grid, is what I got from what he just said. I don't know. They have been building a lot of super energy computers in different places and everything, I guess, to create more energy to help. I don't know, man. I don't know. They've been talking about the grid going down for a long time. It's weird out here. Y'all. But hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping. Let's keep it going. I hope it don't go down. Definitely don't want the grid to go down.
I just think that JD Vance's first wife, Usha, has got to be looking for an exit plan after the last few days. As if it wasn't bad enough for the woman who was raised in a traditional Hindu home by Indian immigrant parents to have her husband go on national television and say that it's completely reasonable and acceptable for Americans to want to live next to people who are like them and speak their language. She then got to watch her husband put his hands all over the recently widowed Erica Kirk, who's clearly looking for another famous man in her life. And then he goes on stage and religiously shames his wife for not being Christian and tells the whole world that he hopes that she'll convert to Christianity and find the right path. And then at the same event, he ties immigration to assimilation. If you don't understand how that relates to the former statement about Usha Vance's traditional Indian and Hindu upbringing, I'm just curious. I don't know many women who would be okay with their husband going on stage and talking about them like that and then hugging another recently widowed woman the way that he did.
Yeah. It's crazy. And it's crazy because it's like New York been getting a lot of, like, I don't know, man. New York been flooding a lot. They've been getting a lot of bad weather. There's a lot of stuff been going on in New York, man. New York down there looking like a a third world, fifth world country now. There's been a lot going on in New York. Big Clint, what up? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. out of nowhere to get flooded like that.
Did you guys hear about what's happening in Sedona, Arizona? Well, the times that we are in right now, apparently people got woken up early in the morning by this loud, deafening roar. It sounded like the ground was literally collapsing. No earthquake, there was no thunder. People were calling the cops, and even the cops don't know what's going on. But look at this, y'all. Check this out. Listen to this. Y'all see those mountains?
We all just got woken up to some disturbing sound all through the area. I just called 911 and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it.
What the fuck is that noise? They probably on the inside of the mountains building something. That's probably what's going on.
Y'all do know Sedona is the strongest energy vortex throughout the whole planet, right? It sounds like something is birthing or coming up from underneath that. So we have all of this currently happening where the planet's strongest energy vortex is. We are about to enter on our planet when the veil is the thinnest, right? And the sun is popping off these CMEs like it's a solar return. What is that? What do y'all think that is, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below.
Redstone. These are some old Aztec sandstones, located 1 hour outside of Las Vegas. What are the ancestors saying? Or maybe what's built underneath these old dunes?
We have to. Yeah, that sounds like something going on up under there. They probably ain't no telling what they building under there, man. Especially out here, 1 hour outside of Las Vegas. Ain't no telling, man. They've got so many underground bases and secret little facilities going on. You just never know. Big Flint was good, fam.
Dimensions around us constantly. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. You can't even count them. Now, these other dimensions have people living on them. They have cities. They're real. We can't see them because they're vibrating at a different frequency. Just like you watch a propeller blade or a fan blade, when it speeds up, it becomes invisible, but it's there. These are all living there. They're on these other dimensions. And we go back and forth between these dimensions constantly. And that's when I'm going to go into some of these stories that you may think you've had weird experiences and not know how to explain it. You've actually just stepped into another dimension for just a little bit. And I had done this on the radio shows. They said, well, can we get lost there? No, that's what George Lurie asked me last week. You can't get lost because this is a natural state of the way of the physics of the earth works. And your only way you notice you have gone over into another dimension, if something is not quite right, then you say something strange happened. But you can't get lost there because you're always going back and forth and you don't even know it.
Wow.
You're going to learn today. UCLA scientists.
Y'all think we be crossing over into different dimensions and not knowing it? Like, what y'all think in the chat? Do y'all think, I'll be hearing everybody talking about like, yeah, we just different dimensions and how you can fall into a new one or something. Like, do y'all really think that's possible? Do you really think that's what's happening? You feel me? I don't know. Yeah, Vander, I chopped it off, fam. I went on and chopped it off, man.
It said that they had monkeys smoking crack in the basement 13 years before the word crack came out. Listen, family, pay attention.
Our lab was the one that discovered the crack epidemic. We had monkeys smoking crack cocaine in the basement labs at UCLA 13 years before the word was invented.
Wow.
So we knew it was coming.
And you're at UCLA?
Yes, I've been here for a long, long time. I came out here from New York. This is one of the few places I could do LSD research at the time, and we were giving LSD and marijuana and all kinds of other drugs to volunteers in the laboratory. And I wanted.
Did y'all hear that? He said they had monkeys smoking crack like 13 years before people even like. So this basically let you know that was all by design when that crack era came and it hit this. I mean, we knew it anyway. We knew they dropped the drugs and everything in the hood and everything, but it was all by design. They try to make it seem like Free Ray, Ricky Ross, them started the crack era because they, figured out how to cook it and stretch it and all that type of shit and everything. No, this was all by design. They already knew what time it was. They already was experimenting with it. You hear, this was UCLA scientists talking about they had monkeys smoking and shit. Like, that's super wild. For real. Kip, what up, fam?
Family, pay attention.
Our lab was the one who discovered the crack epidemic. We had monkeys smoking crack cocaine in the basement labs at UCLA 13 years before the word was invented.
Wow.
We knew it was coming.
And again, you're at UCLA?
Yes, I've been here for a long, long time. I came out here from New York. This is one of the few places I could do LSD research at the time, and we were giving LSD and marijuana and all kinds of other drugs to volunteers in the laboratory, and I wanted to move away from animal research and move into people. And it was also an exciting time because lots of new epidemics have started here in California.
What else is it to say?
Started here. The methamphetamine epidemic in 69, 70
Right.
started here. Crack epidemic in the form of cocaine-free base. Smoking started here in 1971. It hit New York in 1985. So we were always on the cutting edge of things, and it was an exciting place to be, and it still is.
This man missing after he shows how we are living on.
That's crazy work right there, y'all. Crazy work.
The Truman Show. Watch this.
Y'all see how there's no cars behind me, right? Watch by the time I get to my house, there's gonna be cars driving right near me. Watch this. This shit happens every time. Watch this shit. Just pay attention. By the time I reach my yard, there's gonna be a bunch of cars, bro. Watch. Can't make this shit up. Just watch. I'm about to turn in to go to my yard. Right? Now watch when I'm about to hit the door. Watch this shit. Going into my gate. But who do we have here? A bunch of cars, like I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Boy, I tell you, boy. I know what I be talking about.
One line.
That might just be the timing and everything, man. It did look kind of crazy, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That could have just been the timing and everything. Even though I did watch the Truman Show, and it's crazy. If you watch that, man, it'll make you think like, damn, what if it really is living in like some Truman Show type shit? You know what I'm saying? Cause if you roll through a neighborhood now, a lot of neighborhoods, it's crazy how the houses be like just cookie cut houses, all of them look the damn same and everything. Like, it's kind of weird out here, man. We down there looking like a simulation out here. I don't know if it's a real deal one or not, but it's crazy, man. Let's keep it going. GLC, what up, fam?
Ask a question about UFOs. So I'm a mad UFO lunatic
Me
as
too.
well.
Yeah.
So, and you said, I think the Ruthless podcast, that you were going to, in August, you were going to figure out what happens. So have you
that was a little
managed?
tongue in cheek. I have not figured it out yet. I haven't had the time to figure it out yet.
But you've got access to all this.
I do.
Classified.
And I really want to sort of dig into it. You know, Marco's actually very interested in this too. We talked about this we talked about this back in our Senate days. So yeah, there's certainly an interest there. There's certainly an intrigue, but I haven't yet had the time to really dig in. Things have been so busy, but this is the crazy person inside of me. And there's, all of us put the tinfoil hat on from time to time. I'm like, I was like, I can't allow myself to become so busy that I spend the next 3 years and I don't get to the bottom of this. So I will get to the bottom of this, but it's going to take me a little time.
Because Tulsi Gabbard says that she believes there are aliens. Do you believe that?
I don't, it's interesting. I wouldn't say that I do or don't believe it. I mean, I'm a big believer that there are things out there that we can't explain. And so if another person sees an alien, maybe I see an angel or a demon. So I'm a big believer that there are like spiritual forces working on the physical world that a lot of us don't see and a lot of us don't understand and a lot of us don't appreciate. But, you know, is it aliens or is it our guardian angel, or is it aliens, or is it a not so guardian force that doesn't care about us, or in fact actively wishes us harm? I don't know the answer to that question. What I try to do is I try to say my prayers. I try to be as good of a person as I can be, and I try to do a good job. And hopefully that's all I need to do.
Hey, you just said it for me. You just said it for me, boss lady. I don't know what it is about dog, but he just give me super weird vibes about him, man. And I know he finna be running for president when that time comes, 2028, whatever. If Trizzy don't, you know what I'm saying, rig the books and set it up, whatever, so he can stay in there, that's probably gonna be one of the next presidents right there. He either gonna be running or something. But he give off weird vibes. It's something about JD Vance, y'all. I don't know what it is, but the energy and everything I get from him is just super weird. Might just be me, though. That might just be me.
What is going on with her neck?
And author of that targeting list was Special Agent Washington Walter.
Now look at her neck, man. Is she shape-shifting?
God. He's the same weaponized agent who was involved in other cases against.
It's crazy because I'm looking at the yellow, the girl in the yellow. I'm looking at her neck. But if you look to the right, to the lady with the suit jacket on, her neck look like her shit doing something too. Both of their necks look like they doing some shit bad.
Walter.
What is going on?
He's the same weaponized agent who was involved in other cases against Republicans, including Peter Navarro.
Yeah, she's super nervous too.
We've learned Jack Smith secretly obtained phone record data from a
What that say? 2038. The process has a 97% success rate as the first generation of genetically modified humans become adults. Damn, in 2038. These perfect specimens are called GC humans, named after the company. They created that process, Glen Crest Labs. 2047, GC humans deployed to deep space. Man, they done gone, man. Oh my God.
So now blood pressure medicine is being recalled, y'all. Something millions of people take every single day because it got chemicals in it that cause cancer, y'all. That's why a lot of people know this shit right here just slowly kills you. It can make one thing a little better, but it's gonna make 10 other things worse. The crazy thing to me is, I know this shit probably been like this for the longest time. Why are they just coming out saying something? They be playing with people's lives and calling that shit healthcare. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below in the comments.
Man. So now the blood pressure pills. I mean, it's been going on. That's why they be trying to give you the stuff and everything, the crazy stuff. Like the medicine that they prescribing to these people that's the medicine that's keeping them sick and in the hospital and fucked up. I hate to say it, but well, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Make sure I say that, but they get the tripping. This is Big Pharma. They got all the money. They can pull all the strings, but that's crazy. And if you think about it, it's so many older folks and everybody just on blood pressure medicine. Everybody on blood pressure medicine. Shit crazy. Blood pressure medicine, diabetes, all this stuff, man. Let's keep it going, y'all. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Keep that algorithm jumping.
We now have our first involuntary camps in the United States. The Trump administration has taken 16 acres outside of Salt Lake City where they are holding homeless people. They're calling it a service campus, but others are calling it a prison. But if you're not allowed to leave, what is it? It is a prison. So it's illegal to be homeless. There is no money to feed you. And it's a crime now in the United States. But we gave billionaires a $4 trillion tax cut. And Congress can't bother to show up to work. But we have started our first encampments in the United States of America.
Crazy.
They will receive addiction and mental health treatment, whether they need it or not. Then they may be moved to BLM management land. Is that the answer?
Crazy work. They finna start rolling out the road. Well, they're already out here. They're already riding around out here in Vegas, but they got the RoboCop vehicles now. The Tesla trucks riding around this motherfucker that do everything. Crazy. That's crazy work. And ain't the Tesla trucks like bulletproof? I think the Tesla trucks are bulletproof.
Vision, build a team, and knock down doors to allow them to do what it is they're doing. Mike Gennaro, can you stand up and wave to everybody over there?
Y'all see that? Facial recognition. Did y'all see that? That was on the screen. The trucks probably got facial recognition on there. It got like a drone releasing thing. Like they can release the drone from the truck. Like I seen a little video on it and everything. Like the truck, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Vision, build a team, and knock down doors to allow them to do what it is they're doing. Mike Gennaro, can you stand up and wave to everybody over there? Mike's going to keep the staff. Mike's relationship, along with many of the other folks in this room, develops what you're seeing up here today. Tomorrow we have a press conference announcing a number of these new Tesla vehicles long before they became popular or unpopular, whatever the hell they were. The bottom line is that these things are upfitted, they are built with some partnerships that I'm going to announce tomorrow. They're tactically more safe for our cops. They're going to be loaded with all of this special equipment. They're going to be deployed in every area command, and they're going to be out there for these cops to take what I think is probably the coolest police car on the planet out there within our community. But I tell you that, we couple that with license plate reader, facial recognition, gunshot detection systems, the list of advanced DNA, and
gunshot detection system. Damn, advanced DNA, man, what?
So many other things that we are working through within what was the Real-Time Crime Center. The Real-Time Crime Center at Metro has literally been ripped out, and we're building a new drone operations center so that the 38 drones that Mr. Horowitz and his wife bought for us that are being pre-positioned out at every area command and on fire stations that will launch eventually when a gunshot goes off, when a license plate reader goes off. They will be overhead, remotely piloted, with real-time intelligence being provided to a police officer while they're on the way because the drone is already there. Trust me, it already has saved lives and it is going to continue to save lives, and we are going to continue to utilize technology to make us an even greater police department than they already are.
Man, oh my God, man. If you're a criminal in 2025, man, you might as well give it on up right now while you can, man. This shit is ridiculous. All this new technology, it's gonna be hard for somebody to do anything. You can't even steal a piece of bubble gum off the store anymore. You better not throw a rock. You better not litter. None of that. They gonna be seeing, man, what? Surveillance at an all-time high.
I'm Officer Laura Villicana with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and today we are going to show you our new cyber trucks that we are so excited about. Come get a tour with me. These cyber trucks are all fully controlled from this screen here. There's a lot of different features, from navigation features to one of the most important features for us as officers is a 360 camera view. So we can always see what's around us, who's behind us, and have that officer safety enhanced. And if the situation presents itself, with these trucks, we can go anywhere, not just on the city roads, but we can do some off-roading as well with the ride hide feature right here.
Man.
And now that we've showed you some of the front of the vehicle, now it's important to show you the back and why this truck is fully equipped as a patrol car. Let's take a look. As you can see here, we have this is our back seats where we can put people that we have detained, and the partition in the middle will keep officers safe while they're transporting people to jail.
Wow.
One of the functions of these cyber trucks will be to be our tactical vehicles. So in the back here, they will be equipped with all of our tactical tools that we need to be able to respond to any critical incidents that occur in our valley. And these are our cyber trucks. I hope you enjoyed the tour.
Man.
I'm not working on a phone.
Because you might be the only person that could get people off of the Apple platform.
Well, I can tell you where I think things are going to go. Which is that we're not going to have a phone or in the traditional sense. What we call a phone will really be an edge node for AI inference, for AI video inference, with some radios to obviously connect to. But essentially you'll have AI on the server side communicating to an AI on your device. Formerly known as a phone, and generating real-time video of anything that you could possibly want.
What?
And I think that there won't be operating systems, there won't be apps in the future. There won't be operating systems or apps. It'll just be, you've got a device that is there for the screen and audio and for and to put as much.
But listen, y'all. Even though he's super weird and he might be a robot alien or something, he knows something. He got some knowledge of some shit and everything. He's saying that it ain't gonna be no apps and basically phones and stuff in the future. Like in 5-6 years. It's gonna be like AI services. Man, let me rewind that. And can do anything you can think of. That's gonna be what?
An edge node for AI inference, for AI video inference, with some radios to obviously connect to. But essentially you'll have AI on the server side communicating to an AI on your device, formerly known as a phone, and generating real-time video of anything that you could possibly want. And I think that there won't be operating systems, there won't be apps in the future. There won't be operating systems or apps. It'll just be, you've got a device that is there for the screen and audio and for and to put as much AI on the device as possible, so as to minimize the amount of bandwidth that's needed between your edge node device, formerly known as a phone, and the servers.
So if there's no apps, what will people use? Like, will X still exist? Will they be email platforms, or will you get everything through AI?
You'll get everything through AI.
Everything through AI. Wow. What will be the benefit of that, as opposed to having individual apps?
Whatever you can think of, or really whatever the AI can anticipate you might want, it'll show you. That's my prediction for where things end up.
What kind of time frame are we talking about here?
It's gonna be down there like holographic. It's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be a device or what, but we're gonna be able to call my mama, and your mama will pop up video holographic right in front of you. Hey, what's up, baby? They ain't even talking on the phone no more. Like, what's up, mama? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, man. And I believe it. I mean, I'm sure they got the technology to make this stuff happen. We is in the future.
I don't know. It's probably 5 or 6 years, something like that.
So 5 or 6 years, apps are like Blockbuster Video.
Pretty much.
And everything's run through AI.
Yeah, and there'll be most of what people consume in 5 or 6 years, maybe sooner than that, will be just AI generated content.
He said in 5 or 6 years, what people will mostly see or consume will be AI generated content before it cut off. I heard what he just said. Oh my God, man. This shit gonna be crazy. They gonna try to get rid of us real people, like real motherfuckers who doing real reactions like this and everything. Like right now, they gonna try to get rid of us. It's gonna be crazy because the AI content probably gonna be so saturated. It's gonna be so much of it. Like us real content creators, the value probably will go up because people ain't getting that original content no more. But it's go, man, this shit finna be crazy, man. But it's gonna be so hard and so tough to compete with AI. Man. Oh man, they got the robots tripping out here. Dennis was good, man. They training the robots in the Amazon warehouses, man. It ain't gonna be no humans in the Amazon warehouses no more. Eventually, watch. Look at this, man. This is crazy. This shit is crazy. It's gonna be a matter of time before these robots get to thinking and get to writing programs inside themselves and get to understanding like we are a program, but we have the control. We can take over. And I just watched a movie not too long. It's called Tron Ares. And it's kind of like it make you think like, damn, eventually these robots and this AI might become smart enough to think and try to, man, we might be on some Terminator shit eventually, y'all. I hope not, but look at how everything's going.
It's here, the first humanoid robot housekeeper.
Thank you, Neo.
For $20,000, you can pre-order 1X's Neo robot now, with delivery in 2026.
I think you missed a tiny spot over here.
Just one little catch. There may be a human behind the curtain, pulling the robot's strings.
If I throw up, will the robot throw up?
A company representative may need to peer into your house via Neo's camera eyes to get things done.
To many people, this is crazy.
You have to be okay with this for the product to be useful.
We're twinning now, Neo.
1X is taking on home robotics' biggest challenges, creating a safe body and a smart brain. Its fabric-covered body lets Neo try to do a lot of things humans do around the house. Emphasis on try.
You got this, Neo. You got it.
My challenge, load 3 items in the dishwasher.
Man, that's crazy.
And that took 5 minutes. The challenge isn't just Neo's body, it's also its brain. It needs to know how to perform tasks on its own, without human help. But right now, everything I saw Neo do was guided by a skilled teleoperator in a VR headset. This is how Neo learns. The videos of the robot doing household work via teleoperation become the training data to make the AI model smarter.
But if you gotta wear a VR headset to control it, you basically like, what's the purpose of having that motherfucker? You gotta wear the VR headset. It's just like basically you playing a game, having fun with it, I guess. But you were in the VR to walk with it and go do what you wanted to do and everything. I mean, you still operating it. But but just keep in mind though, this probably just like a first generation type thing. It's just the beginning. Eventually I'm sure they already got some out there that can just on voice command go handle and do things for you.
That's why 1X is putting Neo in the homes of early adopters.
I think it's quite important for me to just say that in 2026, if you buy this product, it is because you're okay with that social contract. If we don't have your data, we can't make the product better.
The next few years isn't about owning a super useful robot. It's about raising one. But at least this robot can have lots of fun.
No, like this. 6, 7, 6, 7.
And then it's like, if you want it to be better, you heard what he said. If you want the robot to be better, we got to have your data. So you already can see where that's headed. It's all about control and everything, man. They trying to get your data from the robots, everything. Man, this shit crazy. But gotta stay on wave, y'all. That Elon little video just messed me up. He talking about 5-6 years. Apps and iOS on phones gonna be damn near obsolete. 5-6 years, that ain't too far away. But it's crazy, man. Stay on wave, y'all. Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep that good energy around. Keep that love around. Keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we will win with all this crazy stuff going on, man. Salute to my content management moderators, everybody. Appreciate everybody who tapped in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy Thao, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Fam over.